Hello, this is Solomon Davis, Right Side Trader. Today is December 21st, 2024, and this is my weekly market review. Run review on the Russell 2000, that's IWM, on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only, no trade recommendation because as we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading. So please check with your financial advisor. Please check with your significant other and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you. Also, I want to say happy birthday, Anthony. And all he knows who I'm talking about. And let me go ahead and minimize this and maximize this and resize that. And let's take a quick look at this quarterly chart. On this quarterly chart, let me move this up just a little bit where you can see dates and stuff down there. Wow, look at the Russell. I had said the Russell was at a point where it was going to start pushing back, but I wasn't really expecting this much. I still think the Russell may come back down here to this level here, since it is doing all this crazy stuff, and because again, the Russell has done this before. This is nothing new on the Russell. That's why I felt confident about saying that about the Russell earlier. The Russell was at a top. The Russell was probably going to turn around, and the Russell is doing exactly what it has done before. Let that soak in a little bit. There's nothing new here with the Russell and stuff. But let's go ahead and that's what we see. We're seeing a doji now above a yearly, R1. It went above an R2, which was really pretty strong. It did make an all-time high on the Russell. But that's it. It might be done for the year. It might be done for the next couple of years, knowing the Russell. But yeah, just based on your trading plan, your trading strategy, trade accordingly if you're trading the Russell. And any stocks that are in the Russell. Just pay attention to it. All right, let's go down to this monthly chart and see what we see here. On this monthly chart, as we can see, we have a big red candle. Let me zoom in a little bit here. We're still above the 9-10 moving average, but we're going to get close, and we might even cross that. Or we might do it like the Russell has been doing this year. It has been pretty strong. It's just getting back into its old pattern and stuff. Coming down here, it might even, but the thing is you have to be careful with the Russell. It may cross this, and it may turn into a completely bear market on the Russell. So be careful, be careful, be careful, But that's what I see here. Or I could come down here and bounce like it has been doing in the past, We just have to wait and see. But let's go ahead and go down to the weekly chart and see what we see there on this weekly chart. This is back here when we made this all-time high and this doji at the top. Then the following week, let me just point this out. First of all, it was the all-time high. Russell is done. I announced, the next thing that happened on the Russell. Bearish engulfing at a top with follow through. I said the Russell is going down and more downside, and we have gotten it. Again, this was the time to get in back here. I had mentioned that, but when it got here, it was done. It is done. How far is it going to drop? If you're the type who like drawing trend lines, it's just about broke your trend line coming down. The next stop for the Russell is about where I got my little lines at in this 50 moving average. So again, let me just show you that this is the 50 and the 10. This is the 50 and the 200 that I have on this chart 50 and the 200. So it may come, again, Russell is the big boy. These lines work pretty well on the big boy. It may come down here and bounce, and it also at what was a demand level or supply level, and it may bounce here. Because we have to see how it's going to act at this point where it launched out of, it didn't really, again, the Russell didn't really, it launched out of here for 1 week and came back part of the way, and then it finally went on up and gave those all-time highs. So how strong is this? It has given us a little pullback here at the end of the week, to see that there is a little demand in here, but is that going to be enough to keep it from not dropping all the way back down here around in this 210 area? And 210, it's just another $10 down. So this can easily happen on the Russell, but no trade recommendation, just again an observation of what I'm seeing on the Russell and how the Russell actually trades. But let's go ahead and go down to the daily noise and wrap this on up. Daily noise, that all-time high, and again, nothing in here told you to be long on the Russell. and all, or even trying to trade it long. After we made that high, again, you might, this is not a morning star at a top like this. That's an invalid candle pattern, in my book, in my trading plan, and in my playbook. You don't look to trade that to the upside with all these red candles. You never got confirmation anyway, above that pattern. And all you got, and again, here's another bullish, maybe you think bullish looking pattern, again, but it's near a top, and the trend has already started down. Were you at a bottom at that time? You definitely better wait for confirmation on if you want to play this back to the upside, and you never got it. So again, you learn to ignore that, and then all you got is red to the downside. The best bull play on the Russell here recently was this play down here when it got back down in here and it finally came down here and closed this gap. That's the one thing that is done here with that big drop that we had after that announcement. It came back down here in this area where it was consolidating that, and it launched out of here. It was one of the things that it did. This big launch out of this big gap here that it made. It's back down here at that same level. So this was the best play, and I did play it, expecting, this little bounce right here, and that was pretty much it. That's the Russell. Right now, what do I expect now? Again, I'm looking forward to see if it can stay above this or break below this. This level around here, around this 218 area. Because again, if it can break below what we think might be demand, and this thing can end up going lower, closer to the lines that I have on this chart. Let's take a look at that and see it's right here where I think the real demand level is going to be at, in this area here. So we have to kind of like just wait and see. But that's it. That's all I see here on the Russell. Hope you guys had a great week. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and Merry Christmas to all of you guys, because I won't be speaking to you, and most of you, until after Christmas. So talk to you later. Bye. This is Solomon, Right Side Trader. Bye.